Welcome to a video then. I am back on the bank and just look at that beaming ball of fire over there. Yes, that is the sun and we haven't seen it for a while. I know I haven't anyway. And to be honest, it's nice to see it for a change. We've had so much wet weather lately. Everywhere's in flood. Everything's just waterlogged. Just trying to get across the field today, it felt like I was walking through a mud bath. Well, it was a mud bath, to be fair. It is just grim and it needs a bit of drying out. And we need a bit of cold weather because it's supposed to be winter. And we've had temperatures of like 10, 11 degrees and it's pouring down with rain. It feels like the autumn, not the winter. But anyway, less of that. We're out on the bank, we're having a go. I'm on a local reservoir and I'm just doing a very short session. I actually haven't got out that early today. I got out about 9 o'clock. Rod's been out about 15 minutes. It was quite cold this morning. I had to de-ice the van. So I've got the winter gear on. And to be honest, the last time I wear the winter salopettes was a while ago. And I've definitely put on a bit of timber, let's put it like that. They're feeling a little bit snug. I've clearly done a good effort over Christmas and New Year and managed to fill them out. So yeah, it feels a little bit like I'm wearing a corset, but it is what it is. Anyway, today I'm going to be slinging solid bags. I think it's going to be quite tricky. It's had a lot of water go into it. It's really dirty. We've obviously had a cold spell overnight, so conditions wise it's not ideal. So I'm going to just be slinging solid bags, trying to catch a fish, seeing if I can make it happen, and we'll go from there. But I'll go through all the tactics and show you what I'm doing in a bit. But for now, I'm going to go sit down, have a coffee, chill out for a bit in the sun, and yeah, hopefully we'll be showing you a fish shortly. Well, I'm just sat in a chair and I've been watching a lake. I don't know if you can see the rings out over there, but a fish has literally just boshed over my left rod. It's the first fish I've seen since I've been here, and it's actually rolled over one of the hook baits. I think that could be because of all the oil and the DNA bug liquid I injected into the bag. So hopefully they've sniffed them out and have a take in a second. So definitely in the right zone at the moment. Come on, Carp. I just had a drop back on the rod which the fish has showed over. Oh, God, it's a massive drop back. Jeez, where's it going? And we're in. Oh, I bet I'll be a bream. Oh, I think we have got a carp. Literally a fish rolled over that rod. It was the first show I've seen this morning. And I couldn't believe it was over the top of that solid bag. But I do think because of all that oil and attraction in that solid bag, the fish has just homed on that. And obviously been having a look around and yeah, we've had one. Happy days. I'm using the 9-foot 2.75 pound C series rods today, which are lovely and soft, lovely playing action on them, perfect for little venues like this. And I've got the little 6000 element bait runners, which balance out absolutely perfectly on these rods. It's a lovely light setup. But to be honest, they've actually got a decent bit of power in them as well. So I've been able to chuck out a solid bag with a 3.5 ounce lead out in the middle of the pond with no problem. So yeah, they've got a decent amount of power still, even though they are a nice soft playing rod. So highly recommend them. They're pretty cheap and cheerful as well. I think they're around sort of 50 quid. So not badly priced. A sort of a budget rod, but yeah, I really like them. Let's see if we can get this one in. Looks like a nice mirror actually. He's put up a nice count for himself under the rod top. Go on, lad. Little PB wafter in its gob there. In she goes. Sorted. Happy days. Right, so before you get the fish out, always try and unhook it first. That way when you're lifting it out to the unhooking mat, you're not going to put any pressure on the hook hold. The hook and the lead setup can potentially get caught in the mesh of the net, and that could then tear the fish's mouth. So always make sure you're unhooking them before lifting them out, and obviously it's going to keep them in nice and prime condition for a lot longer. So anyway, he's unhooked. I'm going to lift him out onto the mat, and we'll have a look at him. I saw a fish roll, and about 15 minutes later the rod went rattling off. The fish rolled over the top of the rod, and I think that oil in the hook bait in the solid bag had basically drawn the fish to that solid, and he's obviously dropped down, had a look around, and he's nailed it. So unfortunately this fish actually looks like it's got signs of otter damage. Now this lake is a reservoir, so it's stream fed. It's got a dam at one end with an outlet, and unfortunately it's not fenced, so obviously the otters can potentially follow that course of the stream to the lake, and there have been some fish lost over the years. And I do think, looking at this, the tail on this fish, I do think unfortunately he's probably been chased by an otter. But other than that, he's a nice one. Not a big one, but a cool fish. But as you can see, that tail does look like he might have had a bit of otter damage there, so that is a shame. But at least he's fighting fit, he's solid, he seems healthy, and he's in nice condition, so happy days. But anyway, let's get this one back, get that rod back out, see if we can get another one. Thank you very much, mate. Right, now that I've had one, I thought I'd just show you what I'm using while I'm putting a fresh bag on. So the setup is basically, I've got a 3 ounce, I think 3.5 ounce lead, and then that is sat on one of the Gemini fluorocarbon bag stems, which is basically just a little stem of fluorocarbon which is fused either end. One end it's got a swivel, the other end it's got a loop. That means you can then put a loop in your main line and attach it loop to loop fashion, so you can change it really quickly and put on a fresh one, so you can have them obviously made up ready to go. I've then just got a very short hook length, probably about 3 inches, standard sort of blowback hook length, nothing fancy. You don't need anything fancy in a solid bag, and a little PB wafter on there. So that is as simple as it is. Very, very straightforward, very, very effective. Now I'm going to just take this one off. I'll just show you. You just literally just slide the loop down, open it up, just bring the hook length back through it, and then it just comes off like that. Then you can leave that one ready to go. You can obviously tie that one up, and then Blue Peter style, here's one I made earlier. I've got a fresh one ready to go, and you basically just put the big loop on your main line, through the loop on the little link, on the little fluorocarbon boom, pass the bag through the loop, just pull it down, and tighten it up onto the end of the leader, and there you go, you've got a rig ready to go out. Now the solid bags, these are the extra small, sorry, these are the small quarter bags. I've got obviously that lead and everything just packed in there with a hook bait, and then I've got some pellet, which is the DNA mini mix, and I've got some of the maxi mix as well. So I use mostly the mini mix because obviously it packs down really tight. It's micro little pellets, they're only about 2 mil, 2.5 mil, something like that. And then the maxi mix ones are a little bit bigger, they're about 4 mil, and basically actually offers something slightly bigger. It takes a little bit longer to break down, but generally speaking, with solid bags, you're looking for a quick bite. You want obviously the fish to come on that pretty fast. Now the you might be able to see there's a little bit of a dark coloration on the front of the bag there, and that's because what I do is I've got a little container here filled up with some attractors. So I've got some hot hemp oil and some of the DNA bug liquid food, So mix sort of 50-50. And what I can do with this is I can push this into the bag, give it a squeeze, it pumps some of the liquid into the bag, and obviously gives you a burst of attraction, and that can actually last for quite a long time and give off loads of scent and attraction around the hook bait. Now I try and aim it around the hook bait, so obviously you're putting all that attraction where your hook bait is, because that's essentially what you're trying to get the fish to home in on. And there we go. So anyway, let's send this one out in a pond, see if we can get another bite. Well, there it is then, the solid bag all ready to go. Let's send her out into the pond. Nice bit of depth out there. It's about where it was. Let's see if it goes rattling again. Sorted. So I thought I'd just show you the water coming into the lake. Obviously I mentioned that that fish looked like it had some otter damage. There have definitely been otters up here over the years, and there is a classic sign of one of the inlets coming in. At the moment it's got a lot of water coming in through it because we've obviously had loads of rain, but normally that's only a little trickle. But it's essentially a pathway for an otter to follow, and it comes down underneath the bridge, and then it comes out obviously the other side into the lake. So again, that's just one of the access points they can come down, and there's another one to my left right at the top end, which is the main stream that flows into this reservoir. I'm also going to just show you the state of water levels. That is underwater, and normally the water level is below that platform. So even though it's a reservoir and the outlet is just over there, absolutely pumping it out at the moment, it's still up really high, and that just shows how much water we've had. This lake, I don't think I've ever seen it so high. Loads and loads of water going into it, and it just shows the state of what's going on at the moment. A lot of waters are flooded. Our syndicate lakes are pretty much out of action. One of them has been closed in Oxford because it's next to the Thames and it's pretty much flooded over. If you're enjoying this content, then please remember to subscribe to our channel, and remember to hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. We upload on a Tuesday at 6:30 every week, and we also upload the odd video on a Friday or Saturday if we've got any extra content. So plenty of stuff for you guys to watch. We've also got our social medias of Instagram and Facebook. You can check us out on there. That will be showing at the bottom of the screen now. Instagram is the one to hit up though. We put a lot of content on there, post a lot of reels, and we also do a lot of in-session stuff on the stories, showing you it as it unfolds. So yeah, check out the social media, give us a follow. Oh, he's kiting. Whoa, Jesus Christ. Right, this is bite, I guess it's number 3 actually, because I did have a bite on the right hand rod, but it didn't result in anything. But fish number 2 on. It's been a little bit slow. This is probably a good hour and a half on from when I had the last fish. But to be honest, it's kind of to be expected. The lake's really not in the best condition at the moment, so that's why I'm using the solid bags, because I just thought I'd be able to potentially nick a bite or two. Oh, I have to go underneath. But we've got another one. A lot of these fish just scrap under the rod top. It's quite common on these smaller style waters where the fish just seem to sort of come in quite easy and then just absolutely go to town in the margin. Like, look at that, he's absolutely powering off down there now. It's good fun though, and that's what it's all about. It's about having a bit of fun. Definitely something that's got a bit lost, I think, in modern fishing, modern carping for sure. People are so obsessed with the size of fish. Don't know too bad size actually. When I was first playing it, I thought it was really small, but oh, is he ready? Oh, it's not a bad one, that. It's a nice double. Boom! Well, what I'm going to do, because the bites have been a little bit spaced, I'm going to unhook him straight away. I'm going to get a bag out because I've got a couple ready to go. So pop that off. I don't know if you can see that, there's a pheasant down there on the track. And he's literally just been wandering around, absolutely loving life, not worried at all. Normally they're absolutely terrified of people. I'll put another yellow out. Right, ready to go. Let's get him back out there. The other rod round to the left, because... But yeah, happy with that. What result? That's on the left rod again. Solid bag, PB wafter. Happy days. Thank you very much, mate. Enjoying it. Nice fish, nice weather. Sorted. Anyway, I've just had a bite on the left rod again, but I got it done, so I'm going to put another one straight back out there. This time though, I've got it on an orange one, and we'll see if I can get a bite on that. This would be interesting to see what happens. Ready for action. What is also ready for action is the bite cam. I've just set my phone up on a bite cam. See if we can get a take on a camera. To be fair, I did get the last take on camera, but I didn't actually land the fish. But it's still cool to get some bites on film. Right, just look at the state of this swim. Has anyone fished a swim like this? It is absolutely just... It is just an absolute bog. I mean, trying to get to the rods are just down there, and it is literally like a slip and slide trying to get to the rods. It takes a while to get there because you've got to be careful, because when you get to this point it's a slope and you can basically just go absolutely sliding on your ass. Luckily I haven't done it yet, but I have done it in the past. But yeah, it's an absolute bog. Lovely fishing conditions. At least it's not raining though when the sun is out and shining. But yeah, anyone fished in more mud than this? Let me know in the comments. Right then, that is the end of the session. All the kit's packed away. I just thought I'd quickly show you how little gear I've got with me. So that is the rods in there. They're just in a little sling mat, which I've had for many years. So I've got the net, the rods and the tripod in there. So yeah, nice and easy. Doubles up the unhooking mat into a rod bag essentially. I've then got my rucksack with all the essentials in, and then I have my chair down there which has got a coat in case it got wet or too cold, and also my flask was in that bad boy as well. So there's a bird's eye view of the gear. But that is the end of the session. I'm all packed down. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I had a couple of fish, which was nice. The second half of the session seemed really quiet. Not much seemed to happen. I had a couple of sort of aborted takes, but other than that, yeah, it's been very quiet. Bit strange, but it's been enjoyable. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have and you're not subscribed, then smash that subscribe button. Remember to click on the bell icon for up-to-date notifications. We upload every Tuesday at 6:30, and we also will upload Fridays and Saturdays if we have any extra content. Check out the social media shown at the bottom of the screen. Follow us on the Instagram especially, because we upload on there all the time. Loads of cool reels and stories and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, I'm heading home. I've got to go and pick the lad up from the mum. So until next time, get on the bank, be lucky, enjoy your fishing, and we'll see you next Tuesday at 6:30. Take it easy.